Welcome in, everyone. How you guys doing? If you guys inside, hit that subscribe, like, share, and let's get straight into this. I've been away for a little bit, so have not been up to date with a lot of the BS that's been going on with TikTokers, YouTubers, but you know I react to some of that kind of information that comes out. I see atozY, one person I follow, who's been giving me a lot of content, but Doherty found out why to never wear a $300,000 chain. So I'm taking somebody yapped it from him, yeah? And if I'm correct, Doherty is that YouTuber who goes around and just pisses off everyone. From what I remember, I've seen a few clips, and I've just been like, I meant to do a reaction on him the other day, but then I got caught off doing something else, forgotten by the time came. I was like, we'll do another one. So I see this here, and I'm like, all right, let me see what the hell Doherty is up to. Let's go.
$300,000 chain as he was Jack Doherty just found out why you should never wear a $300,000 chain, as he was just robbed, as it seems like no one cares, which is actually kind of shocking, because when a creator this size gets robbed, especially for the amount he was robbed for, I would expect to see a lot more coverage of this and maybe some sympathy towards him, but instead, most people are just dropping the Michael Jordan kissing his champion trophy gifts. So Jack Doherty really needs to be studied on how unlikable he is, because very few people get robbed and then have the entire internet celebrate. But to make things extremely clear, I am in no way happy to see this, nor do I want to see this happen to anyone. It should be very obvious that no one wants to live in a society where people get robbed. Although there are plenty of things that Jack could have done here to avoid being a target.
Like, as I say, we don't condone violence, or as he said, people getting robbed in any way. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, you're walking out in public with a $300,000 chain on you, and I guess places where you shouldn't be. And for all the stuff that he's done, people he's upset, pissed off. Karma has a way to show up and knock on your door when you least expect it to. You know what I'm saying? I think he's been getting a lot of karma recently. That one woman his parents obviously did not warn him about. Let's go, man.
Like not wearing $300,000 worth of diamonds around your neck in Los Angeles, a city where, you know, seemingly a new jewelry store is broken into every week at this point. But I mean, even considering the location, I don't think it's ever smart to put the value of a small family house around your neck. So what happened? Well, Jack was in LA, and the only thing I knew that Jack did was he went to a no jumper interview, and then the day after he decided to extend his stay in LA, and then he went to Rodeo Drive to, I guess, shop. And this is where the disaster struck him.
No jumper interview. Adam 22, who just recently come out talking about he's broke. A day later, I'm just here allegedly kind of speculating on just putting things I've heard together. But, and then they've been talking about all about this check-in scenario. Other people on the platform who are up for certain charges right now. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Let's go.
Guys, I just got robbed. I just got robbed on Rodeo Drive. 4 armed guys hopped out of their car, ripped both my chains off my neck.
I mean, this situation is already very similar to the McLaren incident, because as soon as the disaster happens, he instantly goes live. He goes live before he even notifies his family.
I think that was a setup, bro. So how many? That was a setup. So how many people? Can we just hold off on this, because we got some more.
Yeah, well, hold up. He just goes straight live before reporting. I hope he didn't set himself up. And then I'll take back everything I just said previously. You know what I'm saying? If he did all this just for views and attention, and they find out he's another juicy, I'm saying juicy, Jesse Smollett, or remember that dude from Empire? Yeah. If this is fake and he's staged all of this, yeah, I hope they throw the book at him. Yeah, but if this is genuinely he got robbed and you decide to just go live like that, bro, your priority's in the wrong place. It's like you did this hoping something would happen. Either which way, you know what I'm saying? It's wrong. But boy.
Dave, I don't even know what the happened? Like, help me talk, bro. I'm in shock. We're not. They're retained. The police are stuck in this job.
See all that, like, I don't know what's happened, bro. Like, I'm in shock. When you're in shock, you ain't got time to be telling somebody you're in shock. Y'all hit me in the comments. Maybe I'm wrong here. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But you having a panic attack. You know, or you suffering from some kind of PTSD, or you know, you're in a shock syndrome. That's not what comes out. I'm in shock right now.
Sir, they're with me. Okay.
Where was the security?
I mean, even after he's robbed, he's taking pictures with people.
So those guys who were with him, where were they?
People. I mean, dude's probably having the worst day of his life, but still forcing a smile for a photo.
It was two guys that changed like $300,000. Did they touch you? Yes. Believe it. Did you get fired?
No. What's that? That's not locked up for radio.
Alright, just make sure nobody else touches you. We're gonna have crime left them out of swap. Huh? What's the value of the diamond? One of them was 100K, one of them was 200K. It's like 300K? Yeah.
I mean, $300,000 just to go shopping?
Nah, fam.
Why are you peacocking like that?
Yeah, real
Why do you
token.
feel the need to do that? Like, I can somewhat understand the expensive watch for the right place and the right time.
I know. Y'all hit me in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Something fishy about this. Like, I think he might have staged this. And if it wasn't staged, I'll go back to the no jumper interview. And if it ain't there, I'm kind of like, karma came knocking. But as I said, he had the security, and I swear there's other people. But I guess everybody was there. But I guess if you have 4 people jump out of a car armed, man, yeah, you ain't paying me enough, my boy, to be jumping in front of no bullets. I don't care what your salary is. Shit, I got a family and kids. I ain't jumping in front of that for you. That's what the bodyguard must be thinking.
But I don't think it's ever a good idea to be roaming around LA with a 6-figure watch and a $300,000 diamond necklace.
Facts.
That's just terrible situational awareness. Bank robbers, on average, they get away with about $5,000, which I was actually surprised of that stat. I thought it would be way larger than that. But you have guys risking that much for $5 grand, and you know for sure a bank is way harder to rob than Jack Doherty here on Rodeo Drive. Because let's be real, the only thing defending Jack here is an out-of-shape bodyguard, because the last bodyguard he had got him into legal trouble. So I guess he got a new one, and this new one is probably already fed up with it, because who wouldn't be? Also, let's be real, I don't think he signed up for that. He signed up to defend Jack when he eggs.
What did I tell you just now? I ain't getting paid enough for this, bro. Fam, I'm no. My name ain't Superman. My name is Family Man.
Someone on the street or something like that, and then, you know, has to back them off, or some TikTok person harassing him. That's essentially what I would assume they sign up for. Not 4 armed gunmen blitzkrieging Jack. I feel like that's a little bit much for one bodyguard who's not even armed to handle.
That,
so overall, just terrible risk assessment on Jack Doherty here.
What the happened? Bro, hey, let that happen.
So here he's kind of blaming his security guard. He's like, why would you let that happen? It's like, dude, what is he gonna do?
What? Now we'd have your bodyguard unalive on the floor, possibly you, a victim as well, to more than just the robbery, or because somebody wanted to play superhero in a situation where you waved the white flag. You, hey. Yeah, you can tell he don't know ish. For who? Him? Man, bodyguard made the smartest decision here. He's still here talking about it. It could have gone south. Way south.
Apparently he tackled one, but there's 3 others with guns. Like, dude, you broadcasted one large game of Capture the Flag with $300,000 worth of diamonds around your neck as a reward to any criminal in LA, and you live stream your current location. Then on top of that, they can clearly see that you only have one bodyguard here. And again, I never want to see anyone get robbed, but this is just ridiculously reckless on his part. And then on top of that, I wouldn't be surprised if the dudes who robbed him get less time than Vitaly in the Philippines when their crimes aren't even comparable. But he starts explaining what happens here.
It happened right there.
And what, you ran?
Yeah, give us a play-by-play.
What happened? Yeah.
Bro, that was a setup for sure, bro. It's too perfect. I walk out and they're right there, bro. Like they walk out and they immediately hop out their car. And like they just, three or four of them just tackling me to the ground. It's insane. Like, I don't even know what happened. What even happened? Like I didn't even see what happened. It all happened so fast. Did they just pin me against the wall?
Can I speak to you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna separate you from everyone just so I can get your information and everything. I understand.
That is a complete nightmare scenario. But
I want to feel sorry for him. A part of me does. A very small part. You know what I'm saying? Minuscule. But like, if he's saying it was a setup, bro, you better watch who you got around you or where you've been in the last 24 hours.
apparently, he didn't remember what the people robbed him looked like. How would you not be able to remember what they looked like? Okay, so I guess everyone's trauma responses.
I mean, in all fairness, he did say they jumped out and tackled him to the ground. You know what I mean? Because, like, well, he must have at least got a visual or something, even if they had masks. You know what I mean?
Just like fear responses work differently. I had a scary moment where I was in a CVS and it got robbed. They had guns. I was there with my family, and I was like only probably 4 feet away from one of the robbers at the time. And I saw behind the robber was my family. So I just kind of froze up and slowly started walking because he clearly was not there to rob people. He was just trying to get whatever he can get from the CVS. So I just kind of walked, grabbed my family, and I've been to the store plenty of times, so I knew where the back door was. So we just walked into the back door, and then I closed the back door, and then I stood behind that metal door, and then we called 911. But I can also list from head to toe exactly what that person was wearing, his height, yeah, everything about that person. So, not to randomly trauma dump on you guys. Not that it actually was trauma. Obviously, it was scary at the time, but thankfully, nothing happened. Yeah, so, it was nothing really to worry about. Damn, okay. Well, that just reminded me of that. Okay. Anyway, moving on.
All of them were they all from the same clinic? Or is there one that you remember like vividly? It's okay if you don't remember all of them.
I don't really remember it all. It all happened so fast.
But you just remember like that closely.
So after the questioning, he continues where he left off by telling the story.
Dude, he was chasing me around the room trying to get my watch off. Yeah, it's like, and I don't know which way to go, bro. Like, if I go too far away, he's gonna just get me alone, and I have a broken collarbone, so I can't even fight this guy. And bro, I just didn't want to lose my wrist or nail. I lost both my chains, bro. It's so sad.
I am surprised he was not worried about his life here or his girl's life, as they were just charged by 4 armed gunmen. Like, come on, screw the materialistic crap. That's replaceable. Why are you worried about that?
I mean, another thing too. When you reach this level of fame, and all that stuff you got insured, like, man, I got anything over 1,000. You know, just a bag. I'm walking out where I'm making sure that's insured. I don't care. People look at me like, yo, yeah, damn right. Man, if that get lost, bro, I need my insurance to be paying that, bro. I'm pissed. 100, 200. Back, you got crazy.
They said Timu McKinley set you up, bro. They got the job from her. Is that true?
I looked suspected that at first.
That was my feed.
I took her phone. I checked it. I said, yo, I had to. I was like, what the I'm sorry. Like, I don't know. 300K is 300K. You never know.
Should have been 580.
What?
It should have been like a 480 with the Witcher.
Bro, he was chasing around. I was not letting it go. He had a gun to me, and I was like, nah. I'm taking this watch. I'll die for this. I should have gotten insurance. What was I doing?
Watch, how much the watch costs?
Anyone
This ain't time to be acting tough now, bro.
with a $300,000 house would have it insured. I don't know what he was thinking with having $300,000 worth of jewelry not insured. And I was interested in seeing what that would cost. And that would apparently be...
It was... Nah, fam, I'm pissed.
Anywhere from $300 to $600 a month to insure it. as the industry standard for jewelry like that would be between 1 and 2% of the assessed value of the jewelry. And the 1 to 2% is for the annual cost. But obviously, he continues to marinate in what happened.
Can this all be over now?
Yeah.
What is happening?
Bro, you did ask?
Yeah, so in short, bro, like, be careful who you have in your circle. You know, be careful where you go. Be careful who you speak to. Just be careful in general. You know, you don't want to be going out there trying to flaunt things in areas or around people who have less, even though it's still wrong. Regardless if you do that, you shouldn't be a victim to someone wanting what's yours. It's still wrong. I don't believe in people robbing others for what they got. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, safeguard yourself. We don't live in a perfect society. It is what it is. There are a lot of things we could do to try and change it, but that will take time. Right now in the present, man, protect yourself. But nah, man, if you guys decided, let me know what you think below. Hit me in the comment section, and I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Take care, be safe, stay blessed.